Yo, what is going on, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 gameplay video. Hey, in this video I wanted to chat a bit about Quickdraw on shotguns and its effect on the sandbox in Destiny 2. And I want everyone to keep an open mind here in this discussion, as this isn't necessarily a proposition that we nerf shotguns, but rather I'm going to suggest we move some perks around like we did with fusion rifles to allow for more diversity within the shotgun weapon type, so more shotguns can be used and players will have to make tough choices about what is most important to them when selecting a shotgun. Right now, it is no secret that the choice is already made for the player. There are only a couple of shotguns right now that are being used, generally speaking, and anything else is just subpar. Now, before people rush to the comment section to blast me for being a salty sniper main who can't counter shotguns, let me first say that I'm currently in the top 30 players worldwide for total kills in Destiny 2. Now, I go out of my way to use all weapon types, but as it stands, I currently have more shotgun kills than any other special weapon type in the game, including snipers. I have 26,000 shotgun kills. That's final blows, that's not eliminations. And I have 23,000 sniper final blows. There's a big difference there. I'm no stranger to shotguns and have used them very regularly. So when I come at this discussion, I come at it as a seasoned shotgunner who uses all archetypes, including rapid fire frames and precision frames and aggressive frames and all kinds of slugs. And this is the conclusion that I have come to. Aggressive frame shotguns should not be able to roll with Quickdraw. The perk should be exclusive to the faster rate of fire shotguns in the other archetypes. As it stands, aggressive frames are on top and have been for an extremely long time at this point. Currently, there are no real drawbacks to using them, as they are best in class for consistency, pellet spread, one-hit kill range, other than slugs obviously, and forgiveness in terms of how many pellets need to connect. The one drawback is that they are bulkier and slower in the handling department, but that does not matter since everyone is using Quickdraw, so it negates the problem. Because of that, there is little to no reason to run any other type of shotgun, and the choice is made for the player. They obviously choose to run the shotgun that has everything going for it. So imagine if you were playing an RPG. And you could choose between a character with, strengths and weaknesses, max stealth maybe, but low health, or max blade skill, but low bow skill. But then you also had the choice of running a character with max stats in every category. You wouldn't even have to think about it, you'd just pick the max stat character. Aggressive frames are like this right now in Destiny, and it's taking away from the diversity of the game and forcing players to put down other shotguns and even other weapon types altogether, like SMGs, in favor of running a Quickdraw aggressive frame shotgun. Right now, the Felwinter's Lie is the most used weapon, not just the most used shotgun, it's the most used weapon in the game by a landslide. This just reinforces what I'm saying here. The choice is being made for the players across all playlists. It's on top, it's the max stat character. It's the no-brainer. So why Quickdraw? Why is that the target of the discussion today? Well, I think it's pretty simple. Quickdraw is offsetting the risk and reward of running an aggressive frame. It offsets the one weakness of the archetype. If players had to actually choose if it was worth losing the draw speed, they may actually consider a different shotgun type. It would actually be the one change that would make players take a look at other shotguns that drop and start to care about them again. It would also free Bungie up to start making new shotgun models and other close quarters weapons that would maybe get used. Currently, Quickdraw on aggressive frame shotguns can consistently be, and I don't say this as an insult, they can be a crutch that offsets bad awareness on the part of the wielder. How many times have you positioned yourself well, you made a good push, you tried to leverage a melee ability or a sidearm or an SMG just to have the person panic swap to a Felwinter that is swapped to, readied, and discharged in under half a second? It happens all the time. Even though you did everything right with your kit, it's negated. I think Quickdraw is a direct contributor to the lack of SMG usage. SMGs have a rough TTK given their effective ranges as it is. It's tough oftentimes to get all those shots to land with an SMG before the opponent can swap to the aggressive frame and, with Quickdraw and get a massive range one-hit kill on you. And some players will argue, and have argued with me, SMGs are still viable, and all you need to do is keep your distance. I see this as an extremely narrow-minded criticism, and the evidence supports my position easily. They say keep your distance and you'll be fine. Unfortunately, it's not that simple in Destiny. In a game where Bacchus exists, they can teleport right up to you. Dodge rolls exist, slowing exists, freezing exists, breaking aim assist with your rolls while reloading your weapon or giving you a melee charge or even both. That exists. Glacier walls block line of sight and shatter to one-hit kill at Nova Bomb ranges, and more. To simply say keep your distance, to me, is a pretty tone-deaf argument. And if SMGs are in fact a reliable counter to shotguns like these players claim, why is it then that there are 6 shotguns in the top 35 weapons used in PvP, and not a single SMG? Why do shotguns claim 20% of all weapon usage in PvP, and SMGs claim 2%? I get that people will get defensive whenever you challenge their way of doing things, but this is not an anti-shotgunners discussion. It's a discussion about weapon diversity and how to encourage Destiny to be the best version of itself it can be. People may argue that sidearms are just as easy to use as shotguns, but that doesn't really explain why they have a 1.3 usage rate on PC and 4% usage rate on console. Data matters. It can be a little misleading at times as you have to figure out what those numbers mean underneath it all, but data absolutely matters. Now again, this isn't a let's nerf shotguns video. It's a proposition, an idea that we might want to consider. Would it be healthier for the game if more weapons could be used and shotgun users would have to make a choice about what's most important to them? If we took Quickdraw off of aggressive frames and only allowed it on other archetypes of shotguns, would we see a more diverse Crucible experience? And consider that question for yourself. Don't just regurgitate my opinion or the opinion of your favorite top tier PvP player. I hate to break it to you, but this is the truth. Me and other streamers and content creators have a stake in any changes to this game. We often have to wrestle with whether or not our opinions are rooted in selfishness or in what's actually healthy for the game. Some changes might shake up the way that we do things, the way that we play, and force us to adapt, or might make what we do a little less easy for people of our skill level. So always make sure you take the opinions and positions that we make and take and weigh them against what you personally feel to see if it's actually a good fit for your vision for the game. I firmly believe though that taking Quickdraw off aggressive frames will have a lot of positive effects on the sandbox. I think SMGs and sidearms will become more viable. I think that melee builds and perks like Grave Robber will actually be more useful as they'll proc more often as you position well and make a good push without getting the most powerful gun, in the game swapped to and discharged in your face in less than half a second. I think more shotguns will immediately become viable and desirable, and people who missed out on Fellwinter or aren't good enough to farm a god-rolled Astral can have some other options on the table for them to use. I also don't at all believe that it would slow the pace of the game down. I personally think that's a weak argument. It will only encourage more aggressive pushes on players knowing the chances of getting barrel stuffed are slower. We'll be more confident with other close quarters weapons and be more willing to get up close and personal. The claim that certain changes will change the pace of the game has almost never panned out outside of major changes like the special weapon system change in Forsaken. Other than that, the pace of Destiny is pretty well solidified at this point. Only major changes to the way the game functions at its base level could change that. So what do you think? Where would you fall in this discussion? Do you think removing Quickdraw from aggressive frames would be a good change for the game and bring out more diversity? Or do you think it would cause some unfortunate side effects? Do you think I'm on to something here, or am I just blowing smoke? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked the video, please feel free to drop a like on the video. If you ever want to see all these plays that you're seeing are recorded live on stream, so if you ever want to stop by the stream sometime, TrueVanguard.com will take you right there. Follow the page and get involved in our community. We'd love to see you. Be warm and well fed, my friends, and I hope to catch you in the Crucible.